Dear students, welcome to the new topic of organic chemistry, that is nomenclature of carbonyl compounds. Myself, Vinny Teja, lecturer in chemistry, SKR and SKR Government Degree College for Women, Kadapa. In this presentation, I am going to discuss about some common aldehydes and ketones that are commercially useful and the nomenclature of aldehydes and ketones with examples. There are some common aldehydes and ketones that are commercially useful. The first comes formaldehyde. It is also called methanol. This formaldehyde is gas at room temperature. 35 to 40% solution in water is called formalin. This formalin is used to preserve biological specimens and also used to sterilize instruments, and it can also be used to embalm cadavers. That means preserving human dead bodies not to get decomposed. This formaldehyde is present in wood smoke and this formaldehyde helps to preserve smoked meats by killing bacteria. And acetaldehyde is the product of oxidation of ethanol in the liver. Consuming large quantities of ethanol causes acetaldehyde to build up in blood streams faster than it can be consumed in the liver to make other products, which leads to nausea, sweating, and reduced blood pressure, etc. Next comes the ketone, that is acetone. It is also called propanone. It is a good solvent for most organic compounds and is also soluble in water. This acetone is used as a solvent for coatings such as fingernail polish removal and enamel paints, etc. Next comes butanone. It is also called methyl ethyl ketone. It is a very common industrial solvent. Next one is benzaldehyde, which causes the odor of almonds and cherries and is also found in apricots and peaches. These are some common aldehydes and ketones that come across in our regular daily life. Now let us understand the naming of aldehydes and ketones. There are two systems in usage for naming aldehydes and ketones. They are common system and IUPAC system. The common name of an organic compound is the general name given to the compound. Common name system does not follow rules of any formal system. There are millions of organic compounds present on Earth. Therefore, we cannot remember all of them by their common names. To overcome this problem, a better and systematic nomenclature system has been introduced. This system is known as IUPAC system. IUPAC means International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. Common names are particularly useful when the alternate IUPAC names are lengthy and complicated. For example, it is easier to say citric acid than its IUPAC name. 2-hydroxypropane 1,2,3-tricarboxylic acid is the long and it is very hard to remember. But universally, IUPAC nomenclature is highly accepted. There are some rules to write IUPAC nomenclature for each and every organic compound. If we follow all those rules, it is very easy to write naming. It is very easy to write nomenclature of any organic compound. Now let us understand the naming of aldehydes under common system. Common names for aldehydes are obtained from the names of corresponding carboxylic acids. The aldehyde name is obtained by replacing the end ic acid of acid name with aldehyde. This is the example of formic acid. In formic acid, if OH is replaced by hydrogen, it becomes formaldehyde. As we seen in this point, the aldehyde name is obtained by replacing the end ic acid with aldehyde. Hence, formic acid becomes formaldehyde if OH is replaced by H. And in acetic acid, if OH is replaced by H here, it becomes acetaldehyde. Ic acid is replaced by aldehyde. And in case of propionic acid, in case of aldehydes, it is called propanaldehyde. In case of butanoic acid, it is COOH. In case of butanaldehyde, this is aldehyde functional group. Now let us understand the naming of aldehydes under IUPAC system. The IUPAC names for aldehydes are obtained by replacing the ending E of the corresponding alkane with the suffix al. Since the aldehyde functional group is always at the end of the chain, no need to specify its position. However, when other substituents are present, the carbonyl carbon is always assigned with the number 1. For example, the corresponding alkane for this molecule is methane. That is, carbon is having 4 hydrogens. Since this aldehyde is having single carbon, it is called methanol. The parent alkane, that is methane, E is replaced with Al in aldehydes. Hence, this molecule is named as methanol. Similarly, this molecule is having 2 carbon atoms. That means the parent alkane is ethane. So, in that E is replaced with Al. Hence, this molecule is called ethanol. Let us see some more examples. This is the example of propanol. How it comes? Let us see. There are 3 carbon atoms in this aldehyde. 3 carbon compound, 3 carbon alkane is called propane. The E is replaced by Al since it is aldehyde. Hence, this molecule is called propanol. Till now, we have not mentioned any number before the naming of aldehydes. But here, in this example, we have mentioned the number. That is, this is the 2-chloropropanol. Let us see how it comes. Since the aldehydes are always at one end, we have to give the number 1 to aldehyde carbon always. And the next carbon gets number 2 and the next carbon gets number 3 and so on and so forth if we have more carbons attached to this. But here we have only 3 carbons. 3 carbon alkane is called propane. That's why since it is aldehyde, we will get propanol. Up to here we are clear. But there is one substituent on second carbon. That is, chlorine atom is present on second carbon. Hence, we have to write first substituents. Hence, the name of this compound is 2-chloropropanol. Another example is 3-chlorobutanol. Let's see how the name comes. Since the aldehyde functional group is at one side, so we have to give number 1 to the aldehyde carbon and number 2 this like this. So there are 4 carbons here. That means the parent alkane will be butane. The E gets replaced with Al. Hence, this is a butanol. But here on third carbon, there is a chlorine atom as a substituent. Hence, this compound is called 3-chlorobutanol. This is how The naming of aldehydes can be done under IUPAC system. In IUPAC system of naming aldehydes, always first position must be given to aldehyde carbon, and then if any substituents are there, we have to mention the substituents first and later the corresponding aldehyde name will come. Now let us understand the naming of ketones. The common names for ketones are obtained by simply naming two alkyl groups attached to the carbonyl group and adding the word ketone. The simplest ketone is dimethyl ketone, which is usually referred as acetone. This is called acetone. Since there are two methyl groups attached to carbonyl group, it is called dimethyl ketone. In this example, to the carbonyl group, one side there is a methyl group and other side there is ethyl group. Since ethyl group E comes first in an alphabetical order, hence this molecule can be written as ethyl methyl ketone. In this example, to the carbonyl group, one side methyl group is attached and the other side propyl group is attached. This is propyl group. This alkyl group is having 3 carbon atoms and hence it is called propyl group. Here this molecule can be written as methyl propyl ketone. Why here methyl comes first? Because in alphabetical order M comes first and later P comes. Hence it is called methyl propyl ketone. And the next example is ethyl propyl ketone. Now you can easily understand that to the carbonyl group, one side there is an ethyl group that is attached and the other side there is a propyl group. Since the E alphabet comes first before P, hence we have written ethyl first and later propyl. This molecule is called ethyl propyl ketone. This is how ketones are named under common system. IUPAC names for ketones are obtained by replacing the ending E of the corresponding alkane with -one, one. Here you should not spell this as 1. We have to spell it as -one. In ketones, the chain is numbered to give the carbonyl carbon the least number. This least number is then used to designate the position of carbonyl group. Let us see some ketones under IUPAC nomenclature. For example, propanone and butanone. If you observe propanone example, there are 3 carbon atoms in this molecule. So 3 carbon alkane is called propane. If we replace E with -one, it is called propanone. See this butanone example, there are 4 carbon atoms. 4 carbon alkane is called butane. If we replace E with -one, it is called butanone. We can simply write propanone and butanone because if we see here, this carbonyl carbon comes second position. In case of butanone can be also written as 2-butanone because carbonyl carbon must get least number according to the second point. If we give numbering like this, carbonyl carbon will get least number. Suppose we give numbering from left hand side, the carbonyl carbon will get position number 3. If we give numbering from right hand side, the carbonyl carbon will get number 2. Hence, this molecule is called 2-butanone or simply butanone. Let us see one more example of ketone under IUPAC system. If we consider this example and give some numbering to the molecule like this, so that carbonyl carbon get least number, that is 2. If you number this molecule from left hand side, carbonyl carbon will get number 4. If you give numbering from right hand side, carbonyl carbon will get number 2. Since there are 5 carbon atoms, 5 carbon alkane is called pentane. So E can be replaced with one in case of ketones. Hence, this molecule is called 2-pentanone or pentane 2-one. And the next molecule is this one. If you give numbering from right hand side, it can be numbered as this, so that carbonyl carbon get least position. Suppose if you give numbering from left hand side, the carbonyl carbon will get number 4 and that position will be wrong. Hence, from right hand side, the position of the carbonyl carbon will get 3 and it is the least position. Since there are 6 carbons, the 6 carbon alkane is called hexane, and in case of ketones, E can be replaced with one. So, the name of this molecule can be written as 3-hexanone. This is how the naming of ketones can be done under IUPAC nomenclature. Let us summarize some points what we have discussed so far. We have discussed about two systems are in usage for naming aldehydes and ketones. They are common system and IUPAC system. Common names for aldehydes are by replacing the end ic acid of acid name with aldehyde in case of aldehydes. IUPAC names for aldehydes are obtained by replacing the ending E of the corresponding alkane with suffix al. And in case of ketones, common names are obtained by simply naming two alkyl groups attached to carbonyl group and adding the word ketone. In case of IUPAC system for ketones, the IUPAC name are obtained by replacing the ending E of the corresponding alkane with one. So in case of aldehydes, the suffix will come as al, and in case of ketones, suffix is on. I hope you have understood this topic. Thank you.